My name is Sam, and I'm going to teach you how to use an FM system. The FM system that I have in my hand is the Roger touchscreen mic that is created by Phonak. The device will help many different students, especially those who have a hearing loss, are deaf, have attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, autism spectrum disorder, and many other disabilities. This device will be recommended by an audiologist, speech therapist, special education team, and other professionals. This device will be on the student's individualized education plan or 504 plan. So yeah, let's get into it.
For step one, you're going to take the device and turn it on. You're going to hold the power button until a screen pops up. It should take a couple seconds and then the loading screen should go away and the device should be powered on. If yours doesn't have a screen on it, then it might blink a couple times to tell you that it is on.
All right, so here is the Roger touchscreen mic by Phonak up close. So there's the power button and the mute button, which are the only two actual buttons on this device. To turn it on, which is step one, you are going to click the button, this one, and it'll have a loading screen.
For step two, you're going to check and change the input to make sure it is on the correct subnet or network. You're going to click either the subnet button or the network button to change the input. You can add a new network by clicking New Net or join an existing one by hitting Join Net. A subnet allows multiple systems to operate in the same area without interference, so it prevents crosstalk basically. A network allows the devices to communicate with each other within the same subnet. For example, if you have two external microphones and you're using it during a small group activity, they can both connect to the FM system and they can be used together. If you want the device to be on subnet mode, you're going to click the button that says subnet. If you want the device to be on network mode, you're going to click the button that says network. To add a new network, you're going to click New Net, and then you're going to click Yes. To join a different network, you're going to click Join Net, and then you're going to click Yes. It would give you options after this to either create a new one or join a new network. Step three and four are very similar, so I will go over them first, and then I will move on to the demonstration. But step three is how to connect to the student's receiver. You're going to turn on the student's receiver, which could be a hearing aid, a cochlear implant, or if they don't have either of those, it could be a Roger neck loop that you can plug headphones into. And what you're going to do is you're going to click the connect button on the FM system device. You're going to hold the FM system close to the student's receiver, about 4 inches in range. And if it's done correctly, the screen should show the word connected and the student should start to receive audio. For step four, you're going to learn how to connect the sound field to the FM system. A sound field is basically just a little box that will allow you to connect the FM system to the classroom speaker system. And so basically, you're going to turn on the sound field, you're going to click the connect button on the FM device, you're going to hold the FM device close, around 4 inches in range, and if done correctly, the screen should show connected, and the classroom should start to receive audio.
Step three has to do with this connect button. If I click it, nothing's going to happen since I don't have anything to connect to. But what you're going to do is that if your student has a cochlear implant or hearing aid, they will probably have something like this. And so this little piece of technology will be clicked into their cochlear implant and hearing aid so that they can connect that way. If they do not have a hearing aid or a cochlear implant, they may have a Roger neck loop or personal Roger device, which will allow them to connect to the Phonak system while having an ability to use headphones. So step four, if there is a Roger sound field, a Roger sound field is the speakers in a classroom that can connect to the Roger touchscreen mic or other Roger handheld mics. This device is helpful if the entire class needs clarity during lessons. So you're going to connect it the same way. You're going to turn on the devices, hit the connect button on the screen, and then hold the mic close to the sound field system until it confirms the connection. And then that's going to be it. If you want to check it, you can walk around the classroom So, yeah. All right, so step 5. You're going to put on the device. Some devices will have a belt loop. This one does not. If they have a belt loop, they will also have a lanyard. So for the belt loop, you will just clip that onto your belt. There might be an external mic. This one has internal mics, 3 of them, so they're inside the device. If it is external, you're going to take the mic and you will clip it onto your shirt. And you should make sure that the mic part is facing towards your mouth so that the student can hear you clearly rather than towards the floor, which will make it much harder for them to hear you. So for the lanyard, you are going to put this on over your head, and this is hanging kind of low. So you're not going to go like this. You're not going to go like this. You do not need to go like that. You are going to pull this tab and it will shorten the lanyard bit. You're going to want to have it 8 inches away from your mouth. So if you make it ASLY and you go like this, it should be about 8 inches. So, yes. Cool. So, step 6, you are going to test the device. You're going to speak as you normally would and ask if your students can hear you. If they can't hear you, try reconnecting the device and the receiver. You can reset the device and the receiver, see if that works. Or you can go into the subnetwork settings and try to change some of the settings so that they can connect. If you are connecting to a sound field system and have that connected, you should walk around the classroom to see if you can hear yourself clearly. For step 7, these are the steps you're going to take for the end of day routine. You're going to take off the device and you are going to either put it in the charging station or give it back to the student. Some students have accommodations where they can take the device home, and if they do, remind them to bring the device back the next day and to put it on the charger. If you are still in possession of the FM system, you can delete old connections if necessary, or if the subnetwork settings need to be changed, you can do that as well. All right, so here are some helpful tips. If you are going to be having a private conversation with a student or a teacher or leaving the classroom for any reason, you should mute the FM system, which you'll press this little button right here and you know if it's muted because it will have a flashing red light. Even if you leave the classroom and are standing behind like a wall, the student will still be able to hear you, so please be aware of that. You can leave the FM system like in the classroom on your desk, but just be sure that it's muted in case you're like going to the bathroom or something or having like a really important conversation. If there are phonic mics, like actual physical mics, you should teach students how to join the network so that the students can know how to connect the mics to the system and get started as quickly as possible for group discussions. So yeah, thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed.
I have created a manual that goes over the same information in the video, but in a written format. You can find the link to download this for free in the description below.